V, the computer game. Mike Donovan, a resistance leader, enters the visitor's huge spaceship in order to blow up its reactor by setting explosives at key points, and this is the role you'll be playing on this Ocean software game from 1986. Back when I was a kid, I remember being absolutely intrigued in the Sci-Fi TV miniseries, namely V. The plot involved an alien invasion of Earth by a reptilian race known as the Visitors. I remember absolutely crapping myself when I first saw their reptilian form, when the skin of the human disguise was ripped from its face. A memory that will probably stick around forever. In fact, it was pretty traumatic. But was this C64 version just as traumatic from a gaming perspective as those memories from all those years ago watching the show? Imagine how I felt when I saw what I thought was a beautiful woman gobbling a live guinea pig, followed by a whole hamster. Lovely. Well, to begin with, I always thought V was a very complicated game. There are hardly any instructions, and you are not told what the icons mean. I'll link these into the description of the video, so you can check them out if you get the chance, but you'll not learn much here, I'm afraid. It's just very vague, but that's why we do these reviews, with the hope that they'll help out somewhere along the line. You're in a hangar of sorts, and all around you are locked doors. Using an object called the Communiputer, you can crack the codes used to lock the doors, but need to be fast, as the doors only stay open for a few seconds. Basically, it's a case of repeating procedures of opening doors, planting explosives, and then rushing out again before the doors close. Riveting. Green mat transporters line the floors and are used to move up or down a level. By standing on a mat and pulling down on the joystick, you'll dissolve and reform on the level above or below. The problem is, I always get lost very easily, as the various interior designs look very similar. Once you find the laboratory, you will find a computer and stumble across part of the formula for the red dust, which is, quite conveniently, poisonous to the reptilian aliens. Looking at this Communiputer, you'll see that there appear to be 12 functions available, and each is displayed as an icon. The problem is that all of the icons appear to be alien lizard hieroglyphics, so it's pretty much up to you to figure out which icon does what. Yep, like I said earlier, it can all become pretty confusing. One of the icons activates a code-breaking sequence, and this is used to turn off the barriers. A 6-character code, consisting of a jumble of lizard letters, appears in a window in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, and by using a set of lizard letter icons, the characters then have to be shuffled until they are all the same. Matching the code will make the electric barriers disappear, allowing you to run into the corridors. There are also charge terminals on the walls, which allow you to recharge your laser gun, simply by standing in front of the terminal and again pulling down on the joystick. The red bar at the bottom of the screen indicates how much charge you have in your gun. The one very disappointing part of the game is that there are no lizard aliens roaming the ship, no gerbil-eating beautiful women. Nope. Instead, you will have to deal with 4 different types of droids that roam the hangar. Maintenance droids, cleaners, surveillance and security types which will strain your heart monitor should you touch any of these, and prolonged contact will kill you. You'd think, okay, I have a gun, just shoot them. Well, yeah, logically, but you are only able to shoot your laser gun at shoulder height, so therefore you're pretty much defenseless against the maintenance and surveillance type droids, since they just trundle out of reach along the floor or ceiling. The security and cleaner droids, however, are there for the taking and can be blasted pretty easily. As mentioned earlier, the red dust formula can be assembled once you find parts dotted around the various laboratories within the ship, which will slow down the robot pursuit. Basically, whilst all this is going on, you are still on your mission to prime all of the bombs and make your way back to the landing bay to escape before everything goes up in smoke. Even though the basic premise to the game is simple in design, there is still a clever, intricate game behind it all, with decent graphics and sound. you'll spend the majority of the game blasting these seemingly harmless robots and somersaulting all over the place. It demands a reasonable level of thought to play this game, but should join your collection if you enjoy a good arcade adventure with plenty of action and problems to solve. Not one of the best Commodore 64 games you'll ever play, but certainly not the worst, so I definitely recommend getting it fired up and giving it a whirl to see what you think of it. Don't worry if you get to parts and think, what the hell is going on here? You're not the only one. It can be very confusing in places. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and please do be sure to share your experiences when playing the computer game in the comments section. A massive thank you once again for your continued support for those of you who have followed the epic journey so far. But for anyone who is new to the channel, then hit subscribe to continue with me on this nostalgic trip down memory lane. There's loads of games up on the various playlists on the channel, and more games coming regularly. I'm sure that we'll definitely cover your favourites, so stick around, and you never know, it might be the next video coming up now. Hopefully, I'll see you there. Until then, bye for now.